Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Attack in Syria kills 11 senior Iranian military officers, injures top advisor to Damascus, report. Tehran accuses Israel of killing a senior commander in Syria earlier this week. This definitely falls under the category F around and find out. Let's read on. An Israeli airstrike at the Damascus airport has reportedly killed nearly a dozen senior Iranian military officers, which one expert told Fox News Digital would prove Israel's ability to maintain a multifaceted defense of the region. While there is no independent confirmation of Guard Corps names or ranks, the IRGC has long seen Syria as a critical regional hub to protect power in the Middle Eastern Mediterranean and connect this constellation of proxies called the Axis of Resistance. Biham Ben Talublu, I believe it's pronounced, a senior fellow at the Foundation of Defense for Democracy, said, "It should come as a shock to no one that Guards Corps elite are operating there, especially amid a regional war, which they are directing far away from their own soil. Similarly, should the strike be independently verified, it would be more proof of Israel's being able to hold back and deter elements of the Axis of Resistance and other geographies while fighting to defeat Hamas in Gaza." Syrian media claimed that Israel had targeted sites in southern Syria and near Damascus in waves that aimed to disrupt and Iranians' operations in the country. A report from the Jerusalem Post claimed the strike killed 11 leaders of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps at the airport on Thursday night. The IRGC leadership targeted also reportedly included Nir Rashid, the commander of the Revolutionary Guards in eastern Syria, who only suffered injuries from the attack. The group has supposedly visited the country to meet with high-ranking delegates from Syria. Israel has reportedly launched strikes against the IRGC personnel in Damascus and across the past week. Iranian leaders claim that one such strike on Monday killed senior IRGC commander Saeed Razi Bazavi, who was responsible for coordinating a military alliance between Syria and Iran. Pro-regime media quoting on IRGC officially denied 11 of its senior members were killed in a report published late on Friday. Well, why would they lie about the fact they're dead? I mean, they're dead. Iran state media interrupted programming to announce Basavi's death and describe it as one of the oldest advisors to the IRGC in Syria. While the IDF, you really don't know, is the Israeli Defense Force, has not commented on the recent strikes in Syria. Well, I wouldn't either. Israeli Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant spoke Friday during a tour of the Ramat David Air Base and stated that the IAF's operations in all arenas is very impressive. "It is appropriate that the thunder of our planes will drown out unnecessary discussions and enable the IDF to carry out its mission quietly and peacefully." Boy, I wish people used to talk like that. I wish they still did, especially leaders. "The thunder of our planes will drown out any unnecessary discussions." I wish people still talk like that. Israel has not shied away from Iran's aggressions, which Tehran pushes in the region through its various proxy groups, such as Hezbollah in Lebanon, Alice in Yemen. Former Prime Minister Naftali Bennett this week in a Wall Street op-ed said that Israel has been retaliated inside Iran for terrorist attacks committed in 2022, saying that he told the security chiefs during his administration his goal was to avoid reasonably possible local clashes with Iran proxies. As Prime Minister, I made another decision regarding Iran, Bennett wrote. "I directed Israeli security forces to make Tehran pay for its decision to sponsor terror." Enough impunity, he stressed, after Iran launched 2 failed UAV attacks on Israel in February of 2022. Israel destroyed a UAV base on Iranian soil. In March 2022, Iran's terror unit attempted to kill Israeli tourists in Turkey. Honestly, what the hell are Israeli tourists doing in Turkey? And failed shortly thereafter. The commander of that very unit was assassinated in the center of Tehran. Yeah, F around and find out. It's just one of those things that's never going to be solved. It's just never going to be solved until one side is just gone. It's amazing to me that the hatred and the bitterness. Some of the things that were described on October 7th when Hamas attacked civilians in Israel. Some things with children and babies and what they did to women, and they executed children in front of their parents. It's just stuff like even the Germans in World War II would read about something like this and go, whoa, wait a minute, wow, that's really bad. I mean, I believe that. It's just amazing. And these protests in the United States, unfortunately, people have been injured. I don't think anybody has died. But the good thing about it is this. The progressive Democrats aren't hiding their anti-Semitism anymore. It's right out in the open for all to see. Harvard, one of the top universities in the country, if not the world, has a score, when based on 0 to 100 for free speech, of 0. How do you get 0? But they did. But the funny part is, when the president of Harvard was asked concerning some of the terrible things, the protesters about the river, the sea, and other things that basically mean the genocide of the Jewish people, that same president, who has a 0 score as president for free speech on her campus, said, I can't go against the Constitution and federal law. There's the right of free speech. These people suck so bad. It's okay if it's against Israel and against Jews, but everything else is off limits. And then to fall back and say the First Amendment protects those people when they literally have a 0 score for free speech on their campus. I'm glad they've been exposed. We've always known. I never knew they were this bad, frankly, honestly, but they are. And there's no going back. No going back. And of course, President Biden is between a rock and a hard place, as many Democrats are, because they kowtow to the progressives to win elections and the presidency. And now those same people are calling for them to resign, and worse. So there they are. They painted themselves into a corner, or we can say you reap what you sow. It's just mind-boggling what's happening in the United States. Outright anti-Semitism. It's not even implied. It's amazing to me they can get away with it. I mean, if you use the N-word in jest and a joke, you're basically done forever. You can never get a job, hold public office, but you can say to the river, to the sea, and it's okay. It's amazing to me. Something's going to pop. And I sure as hell hope it's next year's election and not something else. So there you go. 11 senior Iranian military officials and officers killed and 1 injured. F around and find out. Until the next time, God bless, goodbye, and good luck.